There are a lot of recognizable characters in the Animal Crossing series. Characters like Tom Nook, Zipper T Bunny, Jingle, Raymond, Marshall, and Bob are so loved and popular, but few of them hold the popularity that Isabelle does. Once this canine secretary appeared in New Leaf, Animal Crossing fans instantly fell in love. In fact, her popularity grew so much that she was eventually invited to fight in Smash, and due to her popularity, people wanted to know more about her, who she is, and what she's been through, which is why I've seen so many requests for this video. So here it is. Let's look into who arguably might be Animal Crossing's most popular character, Isabelle. Isabelle is a dog who debuts in Animal Crossing New Leaf. She assists the player in their new role as town mayor, as the secretary and assistant. She is also the twin sister of Digby, who works for the Happy Home Showcase. She also appears in all other Animal Crossing games since then, such as Happy Home Academy, Amiibo Festival, Pocket Camp, and of course, New Horizons. Now after meeting Isabelle for the first time in New Leaf, it didn't take long for everyone to notice how hardworking and dedicated Isabelle was to the town and to you. I think the description from animalcrossing.fandom.com describes Isabelle the best. Isabelle is friendly, polite, hardworking, and eager to help the player in any tasks she can assist with. She is keen to make the town a better place to live in by encouraging the player to do the tasks throughout the town. For her, the town she works in is like a family. So now we know just how dedicated she is to helping the village, and how hardworking she is. Now I bring this all up because I feel that she learned these character traits from the hardships from her past. Now Isabelle's past isn't mentioned much in New Leaf or in New Horizons, but it's briefly mentioned in an Animal Crossing spin-off game, Happy Home Designer. Thanks to these amiibo cards, I got the information I needed to figure out Isabelle and Digby's past. When talking to Digby, you learn a very crucial detail about him and his sister. He reveals that when he and Isabelle were pups, they lived in a cardboard box. And after reading that one thing, everything clicked for me. Isabelle and Digby were homeless puppies. Unwanted puppies who were left abandoned in a box. This most likely being a reference to dogs tragically being abandoned in boxes when they are unwanted. I use quotations for this because no dog is unwanted in my eyes. But this is why both Isabelle and Digby work so hard. This is why both are so determined, because when they were homeless, they had no other choice. They had to do whatever they can to survive. They had to work and work hard. And we know that they had a rough upbringing by what Digby said. I never want to go back to those days. This means they had to work hard all the way from being abandoned and homeless to where they are now. And there's more evidence of just how hard they are willing to put effort into their work. Like how Isabelle and Digby constantly mention how their lives are absorbed by their work. Or when we catch Isabelle sleeping on the job due to lack of sleep. I wasn't kidding when I said Isabelle and Leslie Knope of Parks and Recreation are so similar. Now we could spend all day comparing Isabelle and Leslie, but that wouldn't tell us what is the past of Isabelle and Digby. So sit back and relax, as I am now going to summarize it for you. At some point, two dogs had twins and named them Isabelle and Digby. And they either abandoned them, they were taken from their parents and were abandoned in a cardboard box, or Isabelle, Digby, and their parents were homeless together. But these two puppies were tough and worked together to get their lives together. Even though they fought, mostly due to Isabelle being a bit of a bully growing up, they made it work. Because of their situation, they grew to become very determined individuals who never wanted to live in a box again. So determined that Isabelle has engineering degrees from 19 different universities, and she did it for fun, and depending on if they were abandoned by their parents or not. After years of working and growing up, somehow Isabelle and Digby got reunited with their parents, as Isabelle mentions talking to her parents and the announcements in New Horizons. Which then leads to New Leaf, where we meet both these twins, one a hardworking and determined but also clumsy and silly secretary, and the other one being a patient and straightforward dog who's in charge of the Happy Home Showcase. And that now leads us to where we are today, New Horizons, where Isabelle serves a similar role as New Leaf, but this time she works for Nook Incorporated. And Digby hasn't shown up yet, but I'm sure he'll show up eventually. And that's the life story of Isabelle and Digby, the homeless twins who lived in a box, but used this misfortune as motivation to not be homeless. So they worked their butts off to get where they are now. Digby, the dog in charge of Happy Home Showcase and the Happy Homeroom event design instructor and judge, and Isabelle being secretary to who may be the richest character in Animal Crossing. At the end of the day, from a box to where they are now is truly a wags to riches story. Is ending on a pun bad? But everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did, and if you're new, please subscribe for updates on new content. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can visit my Patreon or my merch store. But everyone, thank you all again so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.